Hi everyone, my name is Kaan and today I'm back with another incredible effect that you can use to amaze your friends and your audience. It is very simple to do but so powerful. If you like what you see in a moment, as always let me know by leaving a subscription on the channel, comments in the comments below, and of course a huge thumbs up on this video. But that's been said, let's jump straight into the performance. So guys, for this effect, I'll need a shuffle pack of playing cards. So just let me quickly shuffle these cards. And from the shuffle pack, I'll need you to touch any cards. Any card will do. Let's say you want this one over here. Now I will really try to keep this as fair as possible. I'm going to show you the card and I promise I won't see it, right? I hope you can see it yourself. Do not forget the card. Once the card has been remembered, we will return it back into the center of the pack. At this point, the magician has really no clue what the card is, and he has really no clue where in the pack the card is either. And of course, no breaks whatsoever are held, and also the cards can even be shuffled. Now, what if I told you that by just going through the cards, I can tell which card you picked a few seconds ago? Pretty impressive, right? Let me give it a go. I suppose that your card was indeed, you know what? I believe your card was this one over here. For the first time, what was your card? Sure, it was the 6 of spades. So guys, let me teach you this incredible effect. It is very simple to do, so powerful, and everything I said in the performance is really right. As always, if you liked it, pause the video right now, let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and of course by you leaving a huge thumbs up on this video. Once you have done that, let me show you how you can do this incredible effect. To be able to perform this effect, you will have to have a little setup. The setup is pretty simple to do. You just take 13 black cards, followed by 13 red cards, then by another 13 black cards, and then the last 13 red cards go on top, right? So your order is going to look something like this. Red, black, red, black. Once you have done that, you're ready to go. You are going to start off by shuffling the cards. After the shuffle, you want to end up with the deck being in reds and blacks separated. So it's not going to be red, black, it's going to be red and black. To make this possible, you have to give these cards a Pharaoh shuffle. To do the Pharaoh shuffle, you're going to go through the cards and basically cut the cards exactly in half, which means cutting the cards exactly where the red card meets the black card in the center. Split the cards and do a perfect Pharaoh shuffle, which is something like this. It doesn't have to be perfect, almost perfect would be fine. If you can't do a Pharaoh shuffle, you could also split the cards and then give them just a riffle shuffle. That's going to do the job too. However, it will make you include a second step to the whole thing, which I'm going to show you in a moment. In this case, I did a perfect Pharaoh shuffle, which means when I spread the cards, all the reds are here, all the blacks are here. If you do a riffle shuffle, you might end up with a few cards being in the wrong position. Maybe a red card amongst the black ones, and maybe a black one amongst the red ones, right? It depends on how well you shuffle the cards. If that's the case, what I do is this. Take the cards and spread them. As you spread them, you're going to say the following. I will spread the cards. You will pick out any card and we will use that. So as you say, as I'm going to spread the cards, you really spread the cards. What you're looking for is if there are any mistakes amongst the different colors. In this case, I see here, for example, a red card amongst the black ones. Once I see that, and once I say you're going to pick a card, I'm just ticking out the wrong card. I continue spreading, And when I see a second card in a different position, I say, you can of course pick a different card too. It doesn't matter, it should be just a card that you like. By saying that, I just took out or outjogged two cards that were in the wrong position. I can take them out, I can say, remember your card, and we will continue from that. I place those on the table. Now the only thing I have to do is to place these back in the right positions. I know the red card is on top, so I have to place it in the top half of the pack. The black ones are in the bottom. I do that, and I just fixed my order. Now all the cards are separated into reds and blacks, right? A little bit of improvisation, but totally doable, very, very simple to do. And of course, no one knows what's going to happen, so you are so free to do whatever you want with your setup. Once you're in this perfect position, you are going to ask the spectator to touch any card. As you know, the reds are on top and the blacks on the bottom, you will know which color the spectator picks. So if it's a card from the top half, you will know it's a red card. You ask the spectator to remember the card, and when you have them return it back into the pack, you just need to get it in the bottom half. You can do this any way you want. One way of doing it is dribbling the card slowly, so wherever the spectator calls out stop, it's going to be amongst the black cards. For example, here. You put the card in, really no breaks whatsoever, and you're pretty much done. If you now spread the cards, you will see of course red cards and black cards, but the black cards having one card which looks odd in its place, which is of course their selection. However, before you reveal their card, we are going to add a second, or maybe for you a third step into the whole game, which is giving these cards another shuffle. The shuffle you're going to do is going to be a single overhand shuffle. The only thing that you have to take care when you do the overhand shuffle is not to run through the cards singly, right? You want to do the overhand shuffle group-wise, meaning something like this. So during your shuffle, you do not want to switch into shuffling the cards singly, one by one like that. You want to continue group-wise, right? Once you have done that, you added a second shuffle into the whole game, which makes everything more impossible from the spectator's point of view. However, when you spread the cards, you will see that the cards indeed are a little more shuffled. You have blacks, reds, blacks, and reds. But when you take a look at the cards group-wise, for example, here the red ones, you'll see they run from red to red without any black card in it. The black cards are the same, then you have the red ones, and then the black cards. Now this here is an interesting position, because you do not know whether this 9 of clubs is odd in its place by being between the red ones, or if the red card here, the 2 of hearts, is amongst the black cards. So pretty cool position here, but there is an out for it. The reason for that is, while the spectator was picking the card, you saw it was picked from the top half, indicating it being a red card. This of course makes it obvious that the 2 of hearts is odd in its place, so that has to be their selection. In most of the cases, this is going to be a little clearer by you having the red card amongst the black ones, just like this, right? But again, this was a perfect example to show you how you can figure out which card is which. Now, talking about these different ways you could end up with, you could also end up with something like this, where you have maybe 2 cards in odd spots. This can happen if you do something wrong. And if that's, for example, the case where you have one red card in its wrong position and a black card in its position, it is the exact same thing as before. You saw the card was selected from the red ones, so this can't be it. It has to be the 2 of hearts. If, however, for some reason you should have 2 red cards in wrong positions, then it's a little more difficult. It could be either of them, either the 6 of hearts or the 2 of hearts. Then you have to do a little bit of fishing by asking the spectator some questions. Maybe was it a heart or the diamond, or was it a high card, low card? A little bit of fishing is going to do the job, but again, still very, very simple to accomplish. So all in all, as you can see, It is so simple to perform, and even if you do something wrong, you will end up with something that you can solve as you're talking to your spectator, or even without even having to talk to him. To sum everything up, in my opinion, such a simple effect, but so powerful. You will be able to fool your spectators and friends with this incredible effect. As always, if you liked it, let me know in the comments below, and of course by leaving a huge thumbs up on this video. That was it. I hope to see you next time.